Imagine finding yourself stranded far from home, with neither money nor possessions. For most, such a predicament would lead to despair and bitter complaints about their misfortune. However, for Zeno of Cyprus, this experience laid the groundwork for his life's work and enduring legacy. The once wealthy merchant lost everything when he was shipwrecked in Athens around 300 BCE. With few options, he wandered into a bookshop, became engrossed in the writings on Socrates, and sought out the city's esteemed philosophers to study with them. As Zeno began educating his own students, he established the philosophy known as Stoicism, whose teachings on virtue, tolerance, and self-control have influenced countless thinkers and leaders throughout history. The name Stoicism is derived from the Stoa Poikile, the decorated public colonnade where Zeno and his followers gathered for discussions. Today we often use the word Stoic to describe someone who remains calm under pressure and avoids emotional extremes. While this captures some aspects of Stoicism, the original philosophy was far more nuanced. The Stoics believed that everything around us operates according to a web of cause and effect, resulting in a rational structure of the universe they called logos. Although we might not control the events that affect us, we can control how we respond to them. Instead of imagining an ideal society, the Stoic strives to engage with the world as it is while pursuing self-improvement through four cardinal virtues: practical wisdom, the ability to navigate complex situations logically and calmly; temperance, the practice of self-restraint and moderation; justice, treating others fairly even when wronged; and courage, facing daily challenges with clarity and integrity. Seneca, one of the most famous Roman Stoics, wrote, "Sometimes, even to live is an act of courage." Stoicism, despite its focus on personal improvement, is not a self-centered philosophy. In a time when Roman laws regarded slaves as property, Seneca advocated for their humane treatment and emphasized our shared humanity. Moreover, Stoicism does not encourage passivity. It posits that only those who have cultivated virtue and self-control in themselves can effectively inspire positive change in others. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic writers, was also one of Rome's greatest emperors. During his 19-year reign, Stoicism provided him with the resolve to lead the empire through two major wars while coping with the loss of many of his children. Centuries later, Marcus's journals would guide and comfort Nelson Mandela during his 27-year imprisonment in his struggle for racial equality in South Africa. After his release and eventual victory, Mandela emphasized peace and reconciliation, believing that while past injustices couldn't be undone, they could be addressed in the present to build a better, more just future. Stoicism flourished as a formal philosophy in Greece and Rome for several centuries. Although it eventually faded as an institution, its influence persists. Christian theologians, such as Thomas Aquinas, have admired and adopted its emphasis on virtues, and parallels exist between Stoic ataraxia, or tranquility of mind, and the Buddhist concept of nirvana. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus notably wrote that suffering arises not from events in our lives, but from our judgments about them, a perspective that has significantly influenced modern psychology and the self-help movement. For example, rational emotive behavioral therapy focuses on changing the self-defeating attitudes people develop about their life circumstances. Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, shaped by his experiences as a concentration camp prisoner, is based on the Stoic principle that we can use our willpower to infuse our lives with meaning, even in the direst situations. In delving deeper into the tenets of Stoicism, we find that it offers not only a guide to personal resilience, but also a framework for ethical living. The Stoics emphasized that virtue is the highest good and that it is sufficient for happiness. They argued that external circumstances, while often beyond our control, should not dictate our inner state. This mindset fosters an enduring sense of peace and purpose, regardless of external conditions. Moreover, the Stoics were pioneers in understanding the interconnectedness of all things. Their concept of cosmopolitanism held that we are all citizens of the world, bound by a common humanity. This idea was revolutionary in a time when societal divisions were rigid, and it continues to resonate in our increasingly globalized world. The Stoic commitment to justice and fairness transcended personal relationships and extended to society at large, advocating for a moral duty to contribute to the common good. In essence, Stoicism provides a robust philosophical framework that addresses both personal and societal well-being. It teaches us to cultivate inner virtues that not only help us navigate life's challenges, but also empower us to make meaningful contributions to the world. By embracing Stoic principles, we can achieve a balance of mind and spirit that allows us to live with integrity, resilience, and compassion.